Properties and old tires, these issues in the city of New Orleans impact our environment and the air we breathe.
Yeah, WDSU anchor Daryl Forges investigates these problems that are disproportionately affecting people of color in a term called environmental racism. Here's part one of Toxic Risk and Race.
And we got tires galore. When we got boats, we got cars.
Trash, tires, junk. It's all right here in New Orleans East.
This site is the former Hearthwood condominium site, which was a mixed income development prior to Hurricane Katrina.
After Katrina, the complex was demolished and left abandoned for almost 20 years.
People came, tire companies designated this to be the spot where they were going to offload their tires and debris. And it just kind of caused a spiraling downward effect in the neighborhood.
This right here, it's depressing me. It's a sight that I have never seen.
Sage Michael Pellet has lived in New Orleans East since the 90s. He's also a community organizer and takes pride in making the East a better place.
If we don't stop the trash here, and we're not gonna be able to enjoy our culture. This is actually killing our culture, and we gotta connect the two.
Some environmentalists say the large amount of eyesores like this and other issues in the East are example of what they call environmental racism. So what exactly is environmental racism?
The deliberate targeting of minority communities, particularly communities of color, for exposure to toxic waste hazards, toxic waste facilities, toxic emitting facilities.
The term was coined by environmentalist Dr. Benjamin Chavis, who served in the Southern Christian Leadership Conference led by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In the 1960s, Dr. Chavis saw an intersection between science and civil rights.
At the precipitating incident that gave rise to my defining the term environmental racism was in 1982. It was a place called Warren County, North Carolina, which was the most predominant black county in North Carolina.
Warren County, North Carolina is where the state decided to have a hazardous landfill storing tons of toxic PCB contaminated soil that came from illegal dumping of toxic wastes along roadways.
The protesters were told not to block the trucks. They're now lying in the streets now, blocking one truck moving into the landfill.
In response, the NAACP, including Dr. Chavis, staged a massive protest.
Over 500 people were arrested. We literally laid ourselves in front of some of the trucks to stop the dumping of these tons.
While the protest was unsuccessful, it did succeed in sparking a national uprising in the environmental justice movement.
All over the country, we got hundreds of calls saying, well, they're doing the same thing in my community. That gave rise to the definition of environmental racism.
Coalitions were created to speak out for environmental justice and to challenge others to also speak out. In 1986, Dr. Chavis later conducted a study called Toxic Waste and Race. In it, Chavis looks at every zip code nationwide. The numbers back up his thoughts.
You give me your zip code, I can tell you what's in that zip code. And the zip codes where African Americans live, and Latinos, even Native Americans, Asian Americans, disproportionately exposed to environmental hazards.
Fast forward to 4 decades later, Dr. Chavis says environmental racism is still a major issue.
Look what happened in Flint, Michigan. Look at what can happen in Jackson, Mississippi. I would say what is going on in East New Orleans is typical of what is going on across the country, in particular places where there are predominantly communities of color.
And that's what we're doing out here. We're bringing light to the situation. Right.
And a true example of what brings us back to this abandoned property.
I don't understand how this large complex that stemmed from Bundy Road to the Citrus Canal could get away with this much amount without the government really locking it off, abating it.